Welcome to Rooted in Nature, a podcast series by Bakicha Wilderness, where we explore the art of conscious travel and authentic storytelling. In today's episode, we are excited to sit down with Neerdiv Bankoti and Sakshi Jaiswal, the founder and director of Quantum Explorers. They are renowned birders and naturalists with extensive experience conducting birding expeditions across the Himalayas. In this conversation, they tell us about their journey in birding, from hobbyists to professionals.
Neer and Sakshi, welcome to the podcast, and we are happy to have you over here.
Thank you, Pawan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you. So my first question is to you, Sakshi. Could you please tell me how this journey started and how you came into birding?
So my journey started very organically. Neer introduced me to the birding. He was always here, walking here and there, going into the jungle with his binocular and watching owls, birds, and sharing his stories to me. Then I was getting very curious, like I also want to see, I also want to go. Then one day I decided to go with him. Then we were at the Satal studio, and I saw the bird-eater flycatcher, the blue turquoise bird, splashing into the water, and that magical movement, it completely changed my mind.
So Neer, my second question is to you. Do you remember your first birding sighting, and that has etched in your heart and you remember it for forever? What was it like?
Yeah, definitely. I remember the first sighting. It was actually one of the first sighting, to be correct, and it was white-throated laughingcrows right here in Sattal, in Garudtal. Because primarily I started from this place, and it was in flock. It was around, that species was around 20 to 22 species. So first time I observed that much big flock. Before that I didn't know that laughing thrushes also exist. So and these birds are gentle actually. They let you come closer, so you are able to observe them in a very good manner. So this is how I remember it. It is good.
Neer, again I'd like to ask you another question. So was birding something you stumbled upon or somebody introduced it to you? How was it like?
Okay. Well, I was fascinated by birds and nature since childhood, and I always used to see them. And since I live in mountains, so it was always surrounded by greenery only. I didn't have to go anywhere for watching birds. But gradually I came to know that people are doing it professionally, and there is a term like bird watching. It was around 15 years ago. So I got introduced with this term and how people professionally do it. And then I started going to birding hotspots also, where I met two different kind of birders who have the same hobby and who love to do that. Then I started doing it.
So Sakshi, my next question is, so what excites you most about birding? Spotting rare species, the peace of habitat, or the thrill of the soil? What is it?
If you want me to pick one thing, then capturing these beautiful, colorful birds, their unique behavior, this gives you the ultimate joy. So for me, birding is a mixture of adventure, being in nature, calm, and obviously birds.
Alright Sakshi, that was a very beautiful answer. Thank you for sharing. So Neer, coming to you, I just want to understand, what was it about birding that always keep you pulling back, and always going for, you have been into birding close a decade. So what is it that always keep you pulling back?
It's a very simple answer to that, I think, and it is birds and the community. See, birding doesn't matter if you do daily. Even you see the same birds, the birds are same on the checklist. Seasons will be different, movements will be different, and everything, and also community. This community is huge. Even if you go eBird, there are I think more than 10 million eBirders around the world. eBird is an online platform where you note your data. So you upload your data, you upload your checklist. It is also used as a citizen science project. That's it. Birds and the community. It is always growing. The more work you do on that, the more you enjoy, the more bigger it gets. Yes. Birding is a kind of activity. If you are not interested, you wouldn't be able to take it forward for long. So if you are doing it, somebody has been doing it, so that means he really want to do it.
Well, listening to you, I feel like I should also come in birding.
Definitely. We daily go for bird walks. Almost 5 to 6 days in a week. If you are free, we go for a bird walk.
So if someone has to join you as a bird, like for me, like going to nowhere into birding,
Yeah.
I have to join you and I want to try my hands on birding. So what should be the first step along?
You join me or you join someone. If you are joining someone, you just have to join them, and you might be having a binocular or you might not be having. Then you can share the binocular with him. Otherwise, you can take the binocular with yourself and just a water bottle and a few things, and just go, just observe. It's a very simple thing. It's a very simple hobby, but one of the largest growing hobby in the world. It's very simple but very creative.
Alright, so after this podcast, I'm joining you. Just plan our next birding tour with me.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Alright, Neil. So I have your word. I'll definitely look forward for a thrilling experience and another birding tour with you. I have your company, so I have no issues.
Sure.
Right?
Anytime.
So moving to Sakshi. So when you go into birding, is there any list of bird you follow? I mean, particularly that you have to check on this bird, or the list you go with, or you just go along the nature, walk, and just enjoy what nature offers? What is it?
Go out for birding, I do have a checklist and have target list that gives me excitement and hope to see what birds I want to see. Like, it's a personal quest, like I have to see this bird, but I keep myself open whatever nature has to offer. If you keep yourself open, then nature will surprise you with many things you don't even know. Like, if you are going for a walk, you have target list, but you have to stay open also. Maybe you can see the owls, maybe you can see any rare species, but if you keep yourself limited, you will not be able to see what nature has to offer to you.
Perfect. Yeah, and that happens with nature, right?
Yeah.
When you're walking, there's so much of diversity.
Yes,
that,
yes.
Whatever, it might show you something that is not in your list as well.
Yeah, you have to keep your mind open that nature has so many things to offer to you, so you don't know what you will get.
If you are, let's say, if you are going for a birding, you might find leopard.
Definitely.
You get to see snakes, beetles, leopard, squirrels,
Yellow-throated martins.
yellow-throated martin. There is a huge diversity in the country, so you see that.
Perfect. So yeah, that answer make me more thrilled for the next trip. Yeah, I'll love to see both. For our viewers and for me also, if you can throw some light on that, how is birding different from all of these activities? See, birding is especially into wildlife, particularly wildlife domain, right? But nature, hiking, walking, considered into other domain. So how is birding different from this entity? How is it different?
Okay, so Pawan, you are kind of viewing this as an aerial view. Birding is totally different from either trekking or safari. In safari, you go to limited zones and you are more dependent on the probabilities that are occurring from the wild. But in birding, you can increase your chances. You can make it more precise, the kind of sighting you want to have, because you are on a foot and you can go more near to the habitat and sometimes inside the habitat in comparison of this safari. And normally safaris are inside the national park, so you have time limitations. So birding is not limited to these kind of frames. And trekking, see, when you are trekking, you are going somewhere. The main purpose is trekking only. Of course, you are observing nature, you might be having a binocular, but it is trekking only. You have to go somewhere in a particular time, you have to cover the distance. But in birding, you can sit in a place, you can observe it. Also, birding has different kind of styles. Like, there is a hide birding where you can sit in a hide. Hide is a artificial setup, in case you don't know. It has a water hole also.
Yeah, I really don't know about it. For me and for our viewers also, who will be watching this down the line. So could you please explain what hide actually is?
So hide is actually an artificial setup in which you sit, your guests sit, your friends sit, anybody. So it is artificial. There is a small window and you pick out your binocular, your camera, and the birds come there. Most of the people in whole world also feed their natural organic feed like papaya or fruits, or there is most of the time there is water hole. Like, there is a very famous hide in South India, Ganesh Guri. More than 45-50 species visits there in whole day. You can't see them in this much less duration in the wild. So this is also a style of birding
So it's kind of a man-made, but naturally man-made.
But,
kind of.
in a natural area, near the natural area, it's a man-made setup. The only sitting setup is man-made, and there are perches. Birds come in hot summer or a very sunny day. Birds come for the water, so you get a chance to observe them. So, like most people imagine, bird watching is always watching with the walk. It might not be like that. So there are different kind of styles. But trekking is just trekking. You have to walk. You can't say that sitting or in a relaxed manner for a few hours is trekking. So it's different. And of course there is walk also, and like if you go Nal Sarovar or if you go coastal areas of India, you can bird in a boat also. So there are different modes where there will be birds present, and there you go. Your method of going there, your mode of transport going there depends on the terrain, depends on the topography of the area. So it's completely different. Yes, when you will do it, you will know it. Yeah.
Okay. So probably I'll be knowing it shortly.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Neer.
Thank you.
Insights. And I listen to you feels like there's so much of knowledge pouring in from all of your experiences, and thank you for all of these insights. Now this was all about the birding part. I'm more interested in knowing after the second step. That is, let's say if one has to go into birding, what gear essentials one should be carrying with, minimum at least, and what gear generally recommend, and one should have in the duration of the birding tour.
So Pawan, you mean to say, like, if you are a beginner, what you expect?
Yeah.
Okay, so the two must have things with you is the first, you have a good pair of binocular. That is a must thing. And the secondary thing is the Indian bird book.
Okay, so what book? I mean, there should be multiple books, right?
Yeah, right. So I will suggest the Birds of the Indian Subcontinent by Richard Grimmett. It is best for a region.
So that covers the entire birds of.
Yeah, it will help you to see what you have observed.
Okay. And so
It
binoculars
will-
and birds. Sorry, binoculars and books are good to go for a beginner.
Yeah, it will help you to you are going for a birding and then you don't know what you are seeing, what you are observing, then the book will help you to identify.
Okay.
But you need to keep yourself hydrated in order to have a good birding. So you need to take one water bottle, and to protect yourself from sun, you need to wear cap also.
Also a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So, just coming to the time frame of this birding thing, how long a birding session naturally goes? Does it go for half an hour, 2 hours, or half day, or in the extreme cases, full day? Because somebody is having a time constraint, then he must be knowing, and I think he should know, so that he can plan his upcoming tours and accordingly his plan, schedule and times. So, if you can share some insights on that would be very helpful.
Let's say if I have a work from home and I'm posted somewhere, then maybe I'm in a location. I'm working from a resort in a location where there is greenery from the balcony. So I can do before my work starts just for half hour also. And if you have more time, you can go to the nearby reserve areas for a few hours. So it is not limited to how much time you have. You can do it for half hour also, 15-20 minutes also. You can have a binocular handy with you anytime, and you can keep in your vehicle. But if you say in a proper manner for a birding session, half day should be.
Half day should a person keep for birding?
Half day should a person keep for birding, because that's worth. Like even if you go for half hour, you might get lucky. The owl, flycatcher, warbler. So warbler is one of the families that is found in India, and one of the most diverse family that exists in India, and of course they exist in other parts of the Asia also. So they are small birds and almost greenish and dull shade colors. They are small singing birds and they feed on insects. Yeah, so you might see them, like I was saying, any bird. So, but if you give more time, like 4-5 hours or a half day, then you make it more worth and you increase the probability to get the birds. So like if you are going to Rajasthan, or if somebody coming to India going to visit the Taj Mahal, or the domestic people going to visit the Taj Mahal, then they can go to the nearby bird sanctuary, which is Kelade National Park, Bharatpur. So they can visit the Bharatpur. In one day in Bharatpur you will get around 100 species or more than that. Lisa, you can visit Chilika and Bhitarkanika. So it normally half day or full day if you have a weekend. But if you want to do a proper tour, if you want to do a proper professional tour and want to have good output, good results with lot of checklists and lot of photographs, then 4 night 5 day or 3 night 4 day is a standard duration anywhere in the world. 4 night 5 day or 3 night 4 day is the standard duration. Yes.
More quantity of birds or the quality of sighting? What should be the focus?
You can achieve both at one time. You have to visit those places that is high in bird density. Like you can visit Bharatpur in Rajasthan, Eagle Nest in Arunachal Pradesh, Bhitarkanika in Odisha, Satal in Uttarakhand, and Thattekar. Yeah.
It is one of the most highly, it has very high density of birds.
Yes, that is known for owls. They are very popular for owls.
I'm more interested now in, because it's this kind of activity. I'm assuming that this will take a long time. Sometimes you might not able to see the bird you are targeting. Sometimes, if you are lucky, then it can happen in a single moment or right in the next moment. So, what is the role of patience in birding, and how often one needs to wait to get a single shot? And as per your experience, what you had, I'd like to know something about that.
Patience is obviously a great tool, and it is also rewarding. From my experience, when we go out for birding, when we operate tours, then we have to wait for this bird, rufous-throated partridge in studio. It comes every summer for water, so that is very difficult to find in forest, because that bird lives in dense forest. So you will not able to find it. Like, you can see but not a good photograph, so we wait there in studio like hours and hours for that bird. So patience plays a very important role in birding. If you want to have a good photograph, if you you see in social media those flying shots, stunning flying shots, it's all because of patience and practice.
If you wait, you can see you got a pair of SAR screens in the fields there, in the farms there.
Yes,
then
absolutely.
you can see the courtship if you just wait patiently in a corner of the farm. So you can see the courtship. See, if you they are big birds, different birds have different behavior. They are big birds, you can't go more close to them. So if you just wait there, and once they are comfortable with you, once the bird is comfortable with you, then they will show you the courtship in the mating season. If you go higher altitude, the monarch will show you up once it is comfortable to start feeding. If you go down south, like Thattekar, frog mouse, like if you go Bhitarkanika in Odisha, plovers and other wetland birds. So you have to make the bird comfortable. If you will rush, even your footsteps will make the birds away. Sometimes the bird is just few centimeters wide, like just-headed Tisha or red babblers in the whole Himalayan range. So you just have to quietly.
So Neer, since you have spent so much of your time, of your a decade with nature, so how do you feel that it has changed you from within? And obviously when you live in a city, you have different experiences, and since you have been with nature closely, especially to birding, so how do you feel it has changed you from within, and what are your insights on that?
The question is very good. See, I will be what I will spend time with. So if you if you wake up early daily and you go for a few hours out in the morning, you are already shutting out the crowd, the disturbance of the cities, disturbance of the household, your neighbors. So your mind is already shaping differently for those few hours. And when you do it regularly, it becomes a that pattern helps you. I think it helps you for you get to know yourself. You out in the bird watching, you always don't think about the birds. You think about random thoughts which comes to your mind. They are sorted out, so it's like you clean yourself. So it definitely helps.
Before I was connected to nature, but like a normal people, I go out in the nature, but I don't notice anything. I don't know anything. But now I observe tiniest little creature in the nature. I love to see them. I watch them. I see their behavior, and I feel a part of nature now. And before I was not feel like I am a part of nature deeply within it.
Of course, that experience is included with me also. And you see, budding has completely changed our life, both of us. If I just talk about it has completely changed my friend circle, the people I go out with, and also your mind. Right now I'm sitting here, so I can also hear the calls at the backyard, and I know what birds are those. So it is my livelihood, so I like it. And there is no pressure, even if I take it as a profession, because it's nature. You don't have control in it, so but you are a service provider, so you try to do your best, but there is no such time foundation or pressure.
While you do it, relish the moment along with nature. And
of course, I relish the moment, and also in India, all those people who have been doing birding are in good profession, and they are good jobs, good positions. So you meet them, you get to learn a lot from them. So, and also you travel. Like if I am limited to this particular area, I also want to go to another areas for birding. Want to see other birds. Down birds you don't get here birds you don't get down. So it gives you the opportunity to travel. So it opens a totally new world for you, but it's totally different world.
all right, so Neer and Sakshi. So it was pleasure hosting you, and on behalf of Bagicha Wilderness and the entire team and crew, and we'd like to thank you for showing us over and giving those valuable insights and giving your time. And it was really wonderful knowing you, and maybe that gave me an insight and the curiosity to know more about the nature, and probably that has got me inquisitive of knowing the birding as a hobby, and probably I might go with you as we have promised down the line. So thank you, and we wish you a good time and good journey ahead in the birding profession.